Hi, everybody. We're back. Welcome back to A Parent's Truth, where we have honest conversations about parenting. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Vanessa. And this is, episode 3 of our series called How to Bring Your Kids into Their Light, or something along the lines of that.
Yeah. Just bringing out the best in your kids and who they are and who they truly are. And, some of the mistakes we've made. And this is Anna Wade. Anna's in Denver, and you met her parents in the first episode. Yeah. And there's Nicole. Everybody knows Nicole, just in case you don't wave. Yay. Nicole's my daughter. She's also the director, editor, lighting, everything, the technical aspect of our podcast.
She's the cornerstone of our podcast.
Yes.
Stuff would not get done without her.
Yes.
Hi, Nicole. Thank you. I'm falling. Oh my God. So I have these pants on. They're really I don't know. Shut up.
Dude, you guys are This is a great start. So very welcome.
I can't believe she just slid off the couch.
Well, coming from someone that can fall off a stationary bike,
She's fatty. Oh, God. This is why we love Anna so much.
Oh, Anna, you're so amazing.
Charmed.
For that Justin Bieber deodorant.
Dude, they're like teenagers.
Oh my. You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, generally, I can't reach the ground, so I'm actually, I'm at the, as the edge of the couch. So.
Yeah.
Stand to go back. Oh my gosh. If she would have fallen on the floor, we would have had to stop.
We would have to start over.
I literally was whoa.
We would have had to reschedule because you would have to take me to the emergency room.
Not even the one who fell.
I know. What happened? What happened? We'll see what
Wait a minute. Give me a second.
Yeah. This might happen all over again.
Oh gosh, that's funny. All right, so we're gonna start again.
Okay.
You might have to do a little editing there.
That's not getting edited out. We may as well just go.
Okay. So we'll start with our guest, Anna. One of the questions I wanted to ask you.
Ooh, let's ask her, first of all, we talked about she's from Denver.
Oh, yes,
right?
Yes.
And then, so how old are you, Anna?
I'm 18. I just turned 18 May 13th, actually.
Oh, happy birthday!
Thank you.
You're legal. So
I am.
whatever you decide to do is all up to you.
And what's the big thing that just happened to you?
A big thing that happened to me?
Uh-huh.
The graduation thing?
Yeah.
Well, graduation 2020. That's fun.
Yeah. Anna is part of the class of 2020, a graduating class that will never be forgotten in the history of the world.
Yeah, no kidding.
But you made it, and congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
I would wish you luck in the future, but you don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
Anna's extremely talented. Anna, tell everybody what you do.
Oh, well, I'm an artist, graphic artist, and I do some writing on the side, but mostly just graphic art and stuff like that.
And you do animation as well.
Yeah. I'm learning.
Extremely talented. So we're going to get into, because of that, what we want to know is, from your perspective, how did your parents help you come into your light? Because like we were telling them on their interview, you, out of everybody I know, your parents have really done a really good job with you with bringing up someone who's confident,
Mhm.
comfortable with yourself, comfortable with your talent. And we just want to know from your perspective what you feel, some of the things that they did that may be different from what other parents have done.
Mhm.
Um, I think the environment was a lot more different than any of my peers because
Mhm,
I grew up in a very communal living and everyone was very comfortable with themselves. And I was always told to be comfortable with myself, even if I didn't always feel comfortable. So
mhm,
I think that pushed me to always feel comfortable, even when they weren't there. So
mhm,
I think the environment and definitely the foundation of who I am, because
mhm,
growing up and especially in a Greek family,
mhm,
they laid down a very impactful foundation, in my opinion,
mhm,
because I was able to build up from there instead of starting like in the dirt or the ground like a lot of my peers are, because a lot of their families think in an independent way, like everyone has to be independent and everything has to be independent, but ours is very communal and I felt very like safe in my environment. Like I could tell them anything, I could believe anything that I wanted to. It wasn't really like I was tied down in any way.
mhm.
Now,
So
when you say communal, can you explain to our viewers what that means?
yeah, I think a lot of people like think of communal as like carpooling, stuff like that, but communal is like a lot of things. Like I feel like nothing's really mine, but nothing's really theirs. Like we share everything, we share talks, we share food, we share like moments in time. Like we're always present for that,
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
like with each other all the time. And like a lot of people feel suffocated in that kind of environment, but I feel very comfortable in that
Mhm.
Mhm.
place because I feel like there's a lot like we've shared together
Mhm,
and it makes me closer to them.
mhm.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
you guys are super close. So you brought up independence, and at this time in most young people's lives, when they're graduating from high school and they're going to be going off to college, and I hear from a lot of kids, we would hear it from Nicole, and I'm going to have my independence. I'm going to be kind of on my own, but not really on my own, because even though they go away to school, we still have the control. Um, but they're longing for this. They're craving this independence. Do you experience that?
I mean, I feel like yeah, I want to do stuff on my own, but I'm not craving to be alone like in the world. Like I'm
Mm-hmm,
not craving to have all my stuff be my own
mm-hmm,
because I was okay with living in an environment where everything was shared, like all the duties in the house were shared and like all the moments, all everything was shared.
mm-hmm,
So, I mean, we live in like an interdependent way.
mm-hmm,
So, continuing on with that, I think is what I am striving for because I don't want to just be on my own completely
mm-hmm,
because I still want to keep that balance that we have
mm-hmm.
together and the relationship because we're so close.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So
So I wouldn't
go
say
ahead.
craving, but just I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay with it.
Cool.
Gotcha.
So Nicole, we would ask you the same question, and be careful because I'm sitting right here. So we would ask you the same question. How do you feel? Because your story is similar but very different than Anna's as far as no, I don't want to put that thought into your head. Why don't you tell us how it was for you, how from your perspective?
Like how like just growing up was.
Yeah, and how you, because you're an artist as well. Tell a little bit about yourself, Nicole, because we might have a lot of first-time watchers.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I'm 19. I'm about to turn 20.
Mhm.
I'm a filmmaker and a photographer, and I dropped out of college.
Mhm.
I love how she said that. I dropped out of college.
Okay. And when did you go? When did you graduate? You're the class of.
2018.
Okay, so you're 2 years out of school.
Yeah.
Okay, and Anna's just coming out of school, so this is really going to be interesting. So, growing up, how do you feel that your mom and dad uh, helped you come into your light? Because you went through, you were an athlete first
Yeah.
before you realized your artistic ability. So, can you talk to that?
Well, so I did karate for 9 years, and that taught me a lot. My parents taught me a lot, but without karate, I feel like I would be a completely different person.
Do you
How
feel
s-
like, yeah,
how so?
yeah.
Yeah, because karate taught me respect, taught me humility, um, taught me like a lot about like consequences and how to be tough and have a thick skin and stuff like that. And
Was there like a structure to it that helped, like a discipline of sorts that helped?
yeah, discipline for sure. We would always have, it was very structural. We would line up, get into stances, do basics, one steps, katas, all that, and sparring. And they would keep pushing us. And even if we thought we couldn't like do it any longer, like fight any longer, they would still push us because they knew we were stronger than we thought we were. So it was very empowering in a way too. um, I was really good at it, I guess. I got my black belt. I got asked to train in the Olympics, and um, I just I didn't fall out of love with it. I just had other passions that were more important to me.
Mhm.
And plus, I was going into high school, and I wanted to focus on that and focus on other ththings I was passionate about. At the time, it was music, and that was an epic fail. But
Not an epic fail.
No.
Just
like
another a step forward
Yeah.
in a different
Part of your
direction.
journey.
but then I discovered like YouTube and like YouTubers and stuff like that, and I wanted to make like a YouTube video, so I did, and I learned like the basics of editing and like the basics of camera and video production class at my school because we had majors and I was in digital media. So I learned that, and then I wanted to learn more about it because I saw other YouTube videos that looked really cool. So I wanted to learn what they were doing, like editing wise. So I learned more about editing, and I just looked up YouTube tutorials, and I basically taught myself like everything I know
Mhm.
editing. And I learned more about cameras and lenses and all that stuff and the equipment used, and found my passion that way. And then I graduated, went to college. I knew more than the film teacher, so I decided it was a waste of time
Mhm.
in college. I didn't like it. I was learning stuff that I didn't want to learn, like calligraphy and stuff like that. I was like not interested in stuff.
Mhm.
So like I just wanted to do film.
Mhm.
So I decided to drop out.
Mhm.
Then I became really lost. I started losing myself. I didn't know what to do with my life or like me. Like I didn't really know who I was anymore. And then I applied to BNC, and then 4 months later they hired me, and I got lucky. I got really lucky with that job, and I learned and keep learning so much from that job.
Mhm.
And it's just, yeah, it's a great job. And then now I'm saving up to move out, and I'm learning stuff like a credit score and like
Yeah.
stuff, these things that I things that I was like scared about.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm like interested and I want to learn that stuff because I want to be on my own and I want to be independent.
Right.
Only 19, I like don't want to waste my time. Since I dropped out of college, I don't want to waste my time. I just want to get right to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How would you say that, up until this point, do you feel like your family was really supportive with helping you find your light, or, just who you are as a person?
Yeah, definitely. Mental health was a big thing. I have severe depression and anxiety, and I self-harmed. And my parents were the most supportive, and they never judged me, and they always helped me. They did everything they could to help. And even though my mom has really never been through it, my dad has, so he understands. And then my mom, she just loves me, so she's gonna support me and do everything she can to help me. They were really the light at the end of the tunnel for me, when I was like at my lowest, and they really helped me out, and they made me become the person I am today.
Yeah, yeah. It's so important that us as parents provide that supportive environment, a place where you feel safe. And it sounds like, Anna, you felt very safe within, your family, and you too, Nicole.
I feel that both of you girls are different. When you look at society and what society, and I always refer to society as they, them. I don't consider myself part of society because I've always been different. I was different from the rest of my family growing up, and I did not get I got support, and my parents loved me. Yeah, well, you almost fell off the couch, so we know how different you are. You can't sit on the couch. So, anywho, I love you.
I know you
um, so I didn't have it like you guys have it, and I just wanted to celebrate Nicole's differences, and I know, Anna, your parents want to celebrate your differences, quote unquote differences. I think your differences are what make you who you are, both of you, and that was my goal, and making sure that Nicole knew that it was okay to be different. I gotta ask about bullying. Anna, did you experience any bullying growing up? And if you did, how did you handle it?
I mean, not really. I did once in like third grade, I think. There was this girl that I don't think she liked me. I think it was because of a boy or something. But she was pretty mean.
And how did you handle it? How did you handle it?
Well, I told my parents about it immediately because it made me feel like really bad, and they picked up on it because I'm a very emotional person, like a lot of the time. So people can pick up on how I'm feeling. So my parents asked me what was wrong, and I told them. My mom said that it was not because of me that she was doing it. It was because of her life and how she wished she had what I had. And that made me feel bad for her. So the next time she did that, I told her exactly what my mom said. I told her that I feel really bad for you because you need to do this to make yourself feel better. And I found her crying in the bathroom not long after that, and we just kind of sat down and she cried for a while. And that was pretty much the only bullying I've really experienced, since I get along with a lot of different people.
That's like, man, you couldn't have handled that any better. That shows confidence, and you're so comfortable with yourself that, because a lot of people lash out at bullies or run away from bullies in fear. And when, obviously, you know this now, when you stand up to a bully, you kind of take the wind out of their sails and
take that power away.
Take that away. What about you, Nicole? I know my favorite bully story.
Oh yeah, no, you need to. Yeah, I'd love to hear them again.
I think, have you told it yet?
No, I haven't told it at all in this podcast, I don't think.
You should tell it first and then I'll.
Okay, so you were in middle school. It was your first year. It was the beginning of middle school, and you were in computer class, and you guys were waiting in line for something, and that kid pushed you. And when Nicole went to middle school, we did not allow her to tell people that she took karate, because by then she was well into karate. She was in the higher ranks, and we did not allow her to tell people about karate until people got to know her first. We didn't want her to lead with that because people act funny when they find out, they want to pick a fight and all this. And we always told Nicole never to instigate a fight. And she learned this at karate. Don't instigate a fight, but if somebody picks a fight with you, finish it. And we'll deal with the consequences later. That's what we used to tell her. And the reason why is because I saw that movie Pay It Forward, and that kid that got
bullied,
and he got killed.
Right.
And that was
actually filmed at Centennial here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, and the school looked like her. It freaked me out. You're like, totally freaked me out. Yeah. I'm like, you finish that thing or something.
Why they look the same, because I know
they are.
Just keep the same.
So, but so anyway, this kid comes up to Nicole and pushes her, and she turns. And Nicole is, for those of you that don't know her, is very, very small. So he pushes her, and she turns around. She goes, "Dude, I'm not a fan of pushing." And he was like, "Okie doke, all right. I'm not gonna mess with that one. That one might be crazy." Yeah. But you and Shiva used to get teased a lot, and you had to go to a teacher because of that.
Yeah, like people thought we liked each other. I guess I didn't look the part enough, but I'm really gay, so I did not like that kid at all. Just liked him as a friend. So we got teased a lot because of that, because we hung out a lot. We were best friends. In middle school, like, it's the thing, like a boy and a girl are best friends, you're dating, like, it's,
right.
But bullying, I don't think I got bullied, but I mean, I might have, because like people like talk bad behind my back, but I confronted them about it. Because I'm not a chick that you want to mess with, and I got that from my mom. You can't mess with me. It's just, you can't. And so I confront them about it, and then they're like, "Oh, okay," and then they back off, and they stop talking bad. And I'm like, if you have something to say it to my face.
Right.
And if we got a problem, let me know so we can resolve the problem.
Yeah, well, which is interesting you say that, Nicole, because like, and Anna, like, bullying doesn't stop when you're a kid. That still continues on when we become adults, sadly.
Yeah, and that's why we have to learn how to deal with it
Yeah.
when we're younger,
Mhm.
because it does continue. I mean, hopefully
Mhm.
you guys don't experience it to the degree that some people experience it in the workplace
Mhm.
and that kind of thing. But you do have to have that true inner confidence that I believe the two of you have.
Yeah.
And people, there might be the rare person that tries it, but it's all in the way that you respond to it that's going to make it continue or stop. And I'm confident that you guys will be fine dealing with it if it happens in the workplace. And if you're working for a large company, there's always the HR department.
Right. But right. But going back to the whole, your family, families are supporting you and finding your light. Like, one of the things that your mom and I discussed was, helping you guys develop good self-esteem and good confidence. Like, let's start off with Anna. Like, how do you feel like your parents really helped you develop that confidence and that self-esteem that is so important for a young person, and of course continuing on into adulthood?
Yeah. Well, I think my dad was a really big factor in that, because I used to do soccer when I was younger. I wasn't really confident in my abilities, and he got involved because there was like I didn't really feel confident enough to go, and he became the kind of side coach, assistant coach.
Side coach. Is that like a side chick?
Sounds shady. God.
Like, you're just gonna push him out. Hey, man.
Co-coach, assistant coach.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of people, they get really scared when their parents are involved with school or sports or extracurricular stuff. But I think it really helped me because everyone got along so well and with him, and he was confident and he helped me. And like seeing how confident he was in his abilities, even though he had just started as a coach, it really inspired me to be confident in my abilities as well. And that helped me grow as a player, as a person. And so seeing him interact with everyone, because everyone likes my dad, everyone. Like even teachers at high school, instead of asking me how I'm doing, like I've had them for like 2 years, they'll ask me about how my dad is doing. Like, yeah, how's Coach Khan? How's your dad? And I'm like, I've been in your class for 2 years, dude. Like,
my name is
hello.
My name is Anna.
yeah,
Nice to meet you.
exactly. Like, I'll have random people. Like one time I was shopping with my friends at like Target. We were picking some stuff up because we were gonna hang out later, so we were getting snacks and stuff. And we were at Target, and someone pulls me aside, like randomly in an aisle, and they go, "Hey, are you Coach Khan's daughter?" I was
I'm
like,
taking
"What?"
ransom.
Yeah, I was like, "Me?" And they were like, "Yeah, are you Coach Khan's daughter?" And I was like, "No."
Yeah, I'm gonna just try to tell people no.
No.
I don't know who you're talking to.
Who's
Don't
that?
talk to me.
What's a con?
Right? Don't you know what social distancing is?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
like
funny.
it happens randomly.
Mhm.
Like even some of my friends will ask about my dad instead of me first. And I'm like, well, that's life, I guess.
Right?
Yeah.
Just like, hey,
But-
hi.
Like seeing how confident he is and how well he works in a community, it's kind of inspired me to try to do that as well.
Mhm. That's cool.
So
That's super cool.
There's a term for that. What is that? Modeling, right?
Yeah,
Essentially.
modeling.
cult, I think an occult is the term for that.
I think you missed your calling. You should be stand.
Right. Right. That's
Oh,
awesome.
man.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
me and my mom even started calling it the Coach Khan occult. Like,
Hey, we can pick that up too.
Yeah,
We can
absolutely.
pick that up too.
Yeah.
Anything to tease your dad.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll get text from my mom while she's at work. She'll just be like, "I've got another Coach coniculture." I'm like, yeah.
Oh God, another one.
That's
Yeah.
No.
fantastic.
What
Yeah.
about you, Nicole? As far as your confidence and self-esteem, and a little bit different for you, your journey, but what about you?
Well, I was really shy and insecure about myself, like for like ever since like I knew what that was, I guess. I mean, how long was it? And I don't
That
even,
you were shy
yeah, like
un-
up until when, I don't even know.
until until you went to high school. I'd say
Mhm.
halfway through high school, you started coming out of your shell.
Mhm.
Yeah, because like I would never be able to, if I was like, my middle school self, and then myself now would be like, oh, you're gonna have like a retail job, you're gonna work in a camera shop, you're gonna talk to people,
You're like,
sell a bunch of stuff, you're gonna make a bunch of money and stuff like that. I would have been like, okay, you lost me at talk to people.
it's like, are you sure I'm not looking into the mirror?
I was so terrified of talking to new people, and it's hard to like imagine that, like imagine myself back then, because I'm so confident in myself now. I'm very secure within myself, and I don't know where that came from. I guess it was just like presentations in high school,
Mhm.
meeting new people. um
Well, do you think that there's a possibility that it was just dormant, like, just kind of like something that was always there? It was just a matter of just like igniting that flame, like, oops, oh, this feels good. I like that.
I guess like just growing up, I guess,
Mhm.
in a way. Maturing, that's a big
Mhm.
I guess. I have no
Mhm.
idea where it came from.
Mhm.
It just like escalated throughout the years, and yeah.
Yeah. I remember we used to tell you, oh, you're good, you do this really well, you do that really well. You're beautiful. And you used to always say, oh, you're just saying that because you're my parents. And at some point that changed,
Mhm.
and you didn't say that anymore.
Mhm.
Do you think it's probably a combination of things, your experiences, your maturing, we keep telling you, we never gave up telling you.
Mhm.
Used to be mad because you were short, and I used to tell you God doesn't make mistakes. You're supposed to be short, embrace it.
We're called fun size, Nicole.
Fun size.
I used to get made fun of. I forgot about that in middle school.
Uh-huh.
I was like 4 foot something, and I was really insecure about my height, and now I love my height. I'm glad I'm short.
Mm-hmm.
I can maneuver through crowds so easily. It's
Mm-hmm.
handy.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yeah, I don't mind being small now. It's weird.
So, but when do you think? What do you think made you cross that line of just you're insecure, and then all of a sudden you're like, you've come into yourself. You're like, oh my God, it's cool to be short. It's cool to be me.
Um, I guess in high school, like
Mm-hmm.
I started accepting like compliments, because
Mm-hmm.
like I made friends that I like really, really, really cared about, and I really loved. I would do anything for them, and they were always honest with me. So it was like other people that I trusted, besides my parents, I guess, telling me that, oh, I'm pretty. My hair is cool. It's long. when it was long, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's
Mm.
and like I got these glasses and people complimented me on that. I got braces. That was a big confidence booster. So after I
Mhm.
got those off,
Oh, braces. Oh, braces.
so
Yeah. Did you have braces too, Anna?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Braces.
You know, the I got braces as an adult, so in my 30s, right? That's the most horrible like contraption. Like why? I mean, I understand like I have beautiful smile now.
Yes, you
Yes, I do. But I remember you know, like when you would go in to get them tightened and oh man.
Yeah.
You know, and back in
Yeah.
my day they used to have like the headgear.
headgear.
Oh, oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so beautiful smile.
it's like
Yeah.
See, with me, they asked me if I wanted to have clear braces. They were like, "Do you want to like have clear braces so you can hide them?" And I was like, "No, I'm gonna make this as colorful as I can.
Loud and proud.
I'm going to fit as many colors in my mouth as I can. Like, watch me."
That's so
That's
funny.
so cool.
But you know, it's funny. The people that I knew that got the clear braces, if they ate something
Oh, it's gross.
and they didn't brush their teeth right away, it would resemble the color of what they were eating. So chocolate always looked like crap all over their mouth.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So
What, Nicole?
that didn't happen to me. I had clear braces. Well, I didn't have the clear wires though.
yeah. Yeah.
There's such a thing. I didn't know there was such a thing.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
there is.
Clear wires. Did you have clear braces?
Yeah, I had clear braces. I had like the little clear thingies, but I couldn't get the clear wire, or else like my teeth would get jacked up even more somehow.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
maybe
was
it's like
something about
The
that.
tension or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
So Miss Anna had colorful braces. I love
Yeah. Yeah.
It's to fit
Um,
my personality.
there's
that.
the inspiration from this topic for this series in the podcast is from a masterclass that we both did with RuPaul. Do you know who RuPaul is, Anna?
Do I know who Paul is?
RuPaul.
Oh,
RuPaul.
oh yes, I've heard
Okay.
stories.
Okay.
Mhm.
Google him. You'll love him. But he's super smart and very introspective
Mhm.
because of his journey. And one of the things he says is, and this was one of the things I had the hardest time with growing up. You're not going to like everybody, and everybody's not going to like you. And that's a lesson you can take for the rest of your life, you know,
Mhm.
growing up into adulthood, into when you're a senior citizen,
No kidding.
because no truer words were ever spoken. What do you think about that, Anna? And have you experienced that? Have you just met people that you just don't click with, and vice versa?
Yeah, definitely. I could definitely talk about that. When I was younger, there was this girl that I really didn't like me. I mean, I won't say that like she bullied me, because I didn't really care.
Mhm.
So it didn't really have an effect. But she really didn't like me. But I always thought she was better at everything else than I was.
Mhm.
And I came home and I was like talking to my mom about it, and she told me there's always going to be someone better and always going to be someone worse than you.
Mhm.
And there's going to be people that like you, there's going to be people that don't, and all you can really control is yourself in that equation.
Mhm.
And that's really stuck with me, because I know that I can't change people. I know that maybe we can grow closer, but it's up to them. Like a relationship is 50-50. Like I can't really do all the work for
Mhm.
someone to like me,
Mhm.
because it's up to them in the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Oh my
so
God,
true.
it's
like,
so
I'm like,
true. And
how
it's
come I didn't learn that
so-
when I was their age?
Yeah. It's so important to know that, because when you're dating and you're meeting guys and you're,
Yeah.
you know, you don't want to make a decision based on you don't want to make a decision in a relationship with somebody and that person's not pulling their load.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
You know, that's so important to
Mhm.
know. Nicole, what about you?
Mhm.
I have to ask what the question was again.
There's RuPaul says, sorry, I was just checking the time. RuPaul says, you're not going to like everybody and everybody's not going to like you.
Mhm,
And what has your experience been with that?
mhm,
There are some people out there that really do not like me
mhm,
anymore, and
Mhm,
some, like people in high school, girls that I've dated, uh, terrible experiences, but I've learned so much from those experiences. Just dealing with it um, really helped me grow as a
mhm,
person and helped me mature and
mhm,
me, learn for the future
mhm,
with other people that I meet.
mhm,
And it helped me learn a lot about myself. And if someone doesn't like me, it's not on me. And
mhm,
I mean, if it's like my fault and I hurt their feelings, and I'll apologize for it, and I'll change my ways for next time.
mhm.
It's like on them. They got to go through their own journey, and it's not my responsibility.
Mhm,
So Nicole, you have a presence on social media,
mhm,
and you have a platform, and your platform is mental health, and you have to read some comments sometimes, and it's along this line. Some people are not going to like you, and how do you deal with all of that?
Um, I either, if they're really offensive, I delete them.
Mm-hmm.
I block them from my channel. Um, I just read them, and I'm just like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't matter especially if I don't even know them.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter at all. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it gets to me. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes I'll reply, but I'll
mhm.
reply in a respectful way
Right.
and in a way that'll, like, they'll reply back going like, "Oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that," and blah blah blah.
Mhm.
Why did you say it in the first place?
Right.
Like stuff like that. So it's like I just, most of the time, I just don't care
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know them.
Right.
And it comes with it.
Right,
Mhm.
right. Well, and the thing with, social media nowadays is that people are so anonymous,
Yeah.
so instead of these conversations happening like, face to face, right? It's like, oh, I'm just gonna go write whatever I want to write and not have any, like, not think anything of it,
Yeah.
Again, I don't know.
Oh man, I forgot my question.
So they're called senior moments,
Yes.
Yeah.
and they rub off on me very often.
Yeah, because she's not a senior yet.
Mm-mm.
I'm not, but technically I am. But anyway.
Senor.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a thing that is you're gonna carry with you for the rest of your life, and it's okay. Not everybody. I remember I used to, when I would be dance captain or company manager and cast, and we would have dramas in our shows,
Mhm.
and I would just sit people down and say, look, nowhere in your contract does it say that you're here to make friends. You're
Right.
here to do 2 shows a night, come to rehearsal, and shut the hell up.
Mm.
And so that's what we're going to do here. Leave the drama outside.
Right.
It has no place
Mhm.
in the workplace, because this is work.
Oh,
So.
I did want to ask you. I wanted to ask you guys, like, so, you've had friends along your journey so far, right? What happens when that relationship is no longer healthy for you guys? How have you dealt with, like, just the separating from your relationship with that particular friend or friends?
Who do you want to answer?
And let's do Anna first. I've said your names different ways, like Anna.
I get it a lot.
Which one do you prefer?
I don't think it matters. I mean, once I told because I did swim at the beginning of high school, and he asked me the same question, Anna or Anna, and I said it didn't really matter, and so he started calling me Anna, So,
Smart.
I
I like him.
Just wanted to be different. There you go.
So
it's,
go ahead.
it's really up to you.
It's up to you. Okay.
But about the question,
Yeah.
I think
Oh.
for me, because something like this happened actually like recently.
Okay.
So there was a friend at my tech high school, because I went part-time at a tech school called Warren Tech. I did graphics there, and I was really good friends with this person, because you go 2 years, and as second years we had been through a year together, and we were really like good friends. Like they would text me whenever they would have problems, and it kind of turned a bit sour because they wanted to take a relationship further, and I did not want to do that.
You're like, oh.
Yeah. And they didn't really take no as an answer.
Oh.
So it kind of turned very, very sour, and I had to handle it by getting like teachers involved and stuff like that. But I think with me, it's very hard to cut off a relationship, because like you've known that person for so long, like you trusted them, and then they kind of betrayed that trust that you had in them. And it's really hard, because I can't ever look at the person the same way. But like as a group of second years in Warren Tech, and as the coordinator, because I have everyone's numbers, I have to keep in touch with everyone a lot of the time. And so I basically was like, hey, we're not at the same level as we were. We never will be at the same level as we once were. And I need to set boundaries. Like there needs to be clear boundaries, because I can't deal with something like that happening again. And I don't want to deal with something like that happening again. Like it's toxic, and I don't want to deal with it. I mean, yeah, so setting clear boundaries and letting it kind of trickle out from there is kind of my strategy for handling that kind of thing.
Wow.
So yeah, basically just stating exactly what's going on, exactly how you feel, and just letting it progress from there.
Good for you,
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's toxic, then it's really shouldn't be in your life.
Right. That's right.
Well done.
Nicole, what about you? I know you've had that transition.
Thank you, Anna.
Anana.
Anna.
Like banana.
Anna Banana
But
from
Anana.
Fantana.
Okay, we'll stop right
Okay.
there. So Nicole.
No. Director said no. Okay.
Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, I've had to do that. I'm only thinking once. No, I had to do it twice, I think. But we're friends now. It was with Shiva, but like we're friends now. It was because like he was like liking me more
Tripping.
than a friend, and I was just like, it's just not gonna happen, bro. And one was in high school, senior year, I think. Yeah, senior year. And it was with this girl, and it was when my first girlfriend and I were on a break, and then we got back together. And then this said friend started just, I guess, like talking bad about me, but like to me, and was like, you don't deserve her. And was like talking to Carrie. Oh shit.
Yeah, careful.
Bleep. Bleep that.
Yeah, bleep that.
I'm just gonna cut it out.
Oh.
She was talking to my girlfriend at the time, and like during the break that we were on, because I wasn't talking to her,
Mhm.
And so then when we got back together, she told me like, you don't deserve her. You're a terrible person. You suck, basically.
Mhm.
Like, what? And I was like, I thought you were my friend. I trust you. I don't know why you went behind my back and talked to her. Like,
Right.
you had
Mhm.
no business doing that, inserting yourself into the situation like that. You had no business doing that.
Mhm.
So I got mad. So then
Mhm.
I told my best friend about it, and we were like in this little group. So I told her about it. So then during class, I I had my best friend take her out into the hallway going like, can I talk to you for a second? Because she wouldn't do it with me. And then I went out and then we confronted her about it. And we basically like just cornered her off and we talked to her and we confronted her. And I was just like, you had no business inserting yourself into the situation.
Mhm.
Don't know her like I do. You're not in the relationship with us at all.
Mhm.
And you betrayed me. We're not friends anymore. I never want to talk to you again, and I never want to see your face again after we graduate. Never, ever again. Don't ever talk to me. Don't reach out to me. Don't have other people reach out to me. Nothing. No, nothing. So then she was like, whatever, fine. So then Dan, so then my best friend, I keep doing
I didn't catch that.
it.
It's hard. I get it.
You're like, and then,
I was like, I can't say their name.
right, like we need to protect the innocent or
Yeah.
not so
Yeah.
innocent.
You'll be cutting that out too.
But then my best friend and I made a video.
Like,
People already probably know it, but like my best friend and I made a video, and it was like confessing like our dark secrets or dark truths, I guess. And we talked about her, and it was like, who would you rather slap in the face, this person, or this person? And I picked that friend that I had a fight with, and fuck. And then people already probably know what it is. And then my best friend was like, yeah, she sucks, whatever. And then her cousin, the friend's cousin, reached out to me. I found out a year later, reached out to me on the Messenger app on Facebook, which I didn't even use
You don't even have.
at all.
I
And
see it like 2 years later and stuff.
she was like saying all these mean things about me. She was like, you don't deserve this. You don't, I hope you learn your lesson and blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, and I blocked her a year later. And I was like, you care that much.
Right.
Have your cousin reach out, like, I don't know. So I cut that off real quick. Yeah. And all my friends cut her off too. So
Wow,
So-
that's crazy.
that's like, it was like after high school, she had no one.
Yeah, I told Nicole, I hope I'm wrong, but when you leave high school, and you leave all that behind and you continue to grow as an adult and as a person, you'll find that a lot of people, I have never, and well, not everybody, but everybody that knows me knows how much I love my high school and what a great experience I had there, but I have never been to a high school reunion. Part of the reason why it's on the other side of the country, and I just not going to fly all the way back for a reunion. I don't know. I've been considering it lately.
Maybe one day.
Yeah. But you find that my parents used to go to their high school reunions all the time, that people don't leave high school years.
I know. They get
They
stuck there. They, it's just like,
Yeah.
remember that show, Married with Children?
Yeah.
Was it Al Bundy?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he would just get stuck in like all of the accolades of his high school
years.
Yeah. And it's good that you guys understand the importance of having very healthy and thoughtful and loving relationships now, and we'll continue to do that. I mean,
Yeah.
we deal with that also
Yeah.
as adults too.
So I want to
Mhm.
switch gears here. RuPaul,
That's us.
his journey was way more difficult than you.
I don't have enough height, so I need to make up for it in
Is that what this is?
my
Is
other
that-
antics. I can't reach the floor.
Whatever. Yeah, you almost reached the floor there.
Yeah, the hard way.
So he went to therapy, and he told his therapist, RuPaul is a drag queen, and he said, in drag drag makes him feel like he has superpowers.
Mhm.
And the therapist said, the power you feel in drag you can feel outside of drag. And he said that when he had that aha moment with his therapist, it changed his perspective. So I want to know from each of you, what do you feel is your superpower?
Yeah. Nah. I'm gonna use that.
I've made a mistake, haven't I?
That's our Vanessa.
Yes, it's so special.
So what do you feel is your superpower?
My superpower, I think, is like my empathy towards people
Mm.
and like how much I care about them. Because like a lot of times, people have told me thanks for like listening to them and being there. And like, even if it's not really, I don't want to say it's not important, but it's not really like drastic, like extreme, but I was still there. I'm in my Warren Tech class. All of the first years would call me parental unit. I was like my mom. Like whenever we would go anywhere, I'd be like, "Can everyone see? Is everyone good?"
Aw.
And I think like being that mom friend is probably my superhero. Everyone told me that like I was like the friend that takes care of everyone and make sure everyone's okay. So I think if I had a superpower, that'd probably be what it is.
What about you, Nicole?
Similar to Anna, just helping people and putting myself in their shoes and being empathetic, and yeah, just helping people.
Twins.
Twinsies. Twinsies.
Yes.
So cute.
the same birthday?
My mom just came in hearing that I said twins, and she said, "Oh, your moms have the same birthday too." And I was like, "Really, twins?"
Yeah.
Wow.
Who has birthday? Oh.
Holly and I have the same birthday. Yeah.
Aw, that's so nice.
Oh Lord, Vanessa's gonna
I'm gonna cry.
she's gonna have a moment.
Yeah. See, when you were doing an episode with my parents, I brought up the point that I would be like monitoring to see what they would say about me, and I think my parents are doing the exact same
Same thing right now. They're just they're out of frame.
We
They're,
trust you guys.
they're just kind of
really.
hovering.
Yeah.
We miss you and we love you guys, so we're trying to secretly be
That is fantastic.
Sharing everything. Sharing everything. That's how communal living is.
Right? Exactly. Exactly.
Oh man. So another thing that he talks about is saying that you are your own unique frequency. So everybody knows what a frequency is. And everybody has something inside of them that radiates out to the world. And it could be something negative, it could be something positive. It's your frequency. And to be tapped into what your own frequency is really super important. And a lot of people go through their whole lives and they don't know what their frequency is. They don't know what it is that's inside of them
Mhm.
that radiates out to other people. And obviously you want that to be a positive thing, because if it's a negative thing, you could be like somebody who shall remain nameless. That is the lead, in the number one
Thou shalt
position
not be
of the
named.
country.
Thou
shouldn't
shalt
be.
not be named.
Yeah,
Yes.
right, exactly.
So that's what happens to you.
Voldemort.
If your frequency is negative. Yeah. So and you guys are still young, but did you even know you had a frequency? And if you did, are you tapped into it? And if you didn't know you had a frequency, can you see that in yourselves, or do you feel like that's something that you still have to learn about yourselves? And Anna, we'll go with you. Yes.
Yeah.
You just can't help yourself.
I can't. I just
Good
can't.
God.
It's like the little, just a little
You just
kid.
can't. Yeah. Poke the bear. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think that I know myself like really well.
Mhm.
Like I consider myself to be my best friend.
Mhm.
That's really good.
Like I love myself more than I love anyone else.
Oh,
So
that's fantastic.
I know that I have a frequency. I know like my frequency is so strong it blocks radio waves. So
Right.
Mhm.
I know, it makes me cry.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
so I know who I am. I know like my
Cool, cool.
impact and everything.
Mm.
And I know myself. I know what I'm capable of. I know what like how I can impact others. I mean, all my friends say that if you look up extrovert in the dictionary, like it's just my face and people would know exactly what it is. So,
Mhm.
definition of extrovert apparently. But yeah, I'm very comfortable with me. I'm very comfortable with what I believe and what I say
Mhm.
and like my impact. And other people feel that. I think sometimes that's even how I make friends,
Mhm.
because like I project who I am and what I think and believe before like I make friends, so I don't like get into fake friendships or relationships built on lies. Like I want to know who you are. I want you to know who I am. And if this is going to be an even relationship, then that's how it's going to be,
Mhm. Yeah, that's super cool, Anna. That's super
Amazing.
cool.
Amazing.
Nicole,
For you.
what about your frequency, girl?
Kindness and love.
Mm-hmm.
I always say if I help something in
You and your mom with the
Yeah.
things in their eyes. I don't know. I guess.
Don't go there.
Yeah, I know. Do you see these eyes?
I know just where you were going.
Can't really
Get anything
get
in
a
them.
whole lot. Like, trying to put
Cracking up.
like the thread through the needle is just impossible.
I can't. I just can't.
I can't help it.
We have a whole other episode to
Yeah.
film. You're killing me today. Okay, go ahead, Nicole.
said you guys can't have a serious interview for more than 5 minutes.
I know it's sad.
Yeah.
I know.
This thing, and Vanessa will say, "Well, I'm Asian, so."
Oh,
Oh my god.
Oh,
I guess my is kindness and love, because I always say, like, if I help someone in a positive way, like if I make them smile after a bad day, or if I make them laugh after a boring day at work or something like that, like, then I've done my job. And especially through my art, I've done my job. And even if it's just one person, even if it's just as simple as walking down the street and waving to a stranger,
Mhm.
that could have made their day, you know? So it's just, yeah, kindness and
Cool.
love, man.
Mhm, mhm.
That's awesome.
Well, and it's so great to hear the both of you say that because, again, for most of us, we don't really realize that we emit that type of a frequency. I mean, I'm sure both of you know that when you walk into a room, people, there's one of two things that can happen. Either you bring your frequency to whatever the room is, or you're actually having everybody, come up to yours, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
mhm.
Well, before we wrap this up, I just want to say to you guys, I've always believed that there's certain people in this world that should have children and certain people that should not have children. There's certain people that should help populate the earth with positive, free thinking,
Oh.
amazing, strong people.
Mhm.
Nicole works to a disadvantage because she's female, she's small, and she's a woman of color. Anna, you work to a disadvantage and she's confident.
Mhm.
Anna, you work to a disadvantage in this society because you're a woman
Mhm.
and you're confident.
Mhm.
And people are going to take
And talented.
and talented.
Both
You're
of you.
both are so
Right.
extremely talented. I think you guys have done a really good job in ignoring your naysayers. There's
Mm.
always going to be people out there wanting to cut you down.
Yeah.
And as you grow and get into your crafts, it's going to become more and more and more prevalent.
Mhm.
But like I said, there's certain people in this world that should have kids and certain people that shouldn't. And you two definitely should have kids.
Mhm.
You and pass on you through
Mhm.
them.
Mhm.
And we need more of you guys.
Mhm.
So we love you guys very much.
Yes.
We wish you, Anna, the best of everything going
Yes!
forward.
Thank you.
Congratulations. 5.0 GPA. Like I didn't even know that even freaking
Crazy.
existed.
I know, right? Right? I just knew if you got a 2.0, you'd pass.
Yeah,
That's
that's all I needed to know. I said, I got that. That I got. I remember the first time somebody says, yeah, she has a 4.375. I'm like, what the heck is that?
Yeah, exactly.
4.0 is the what? Is a 4. What's the 375 for?
Right. Where is it from?
That was some learning. So
Mhm.
you guys and obviously Nicole, I'm your mom. And can't wait to see what happens next.
Yes. So
For both of
excited
you.
for both
So
of you
excited
guys.
for both of you. So yeah, we need to go like get her something.
I need to be in it.
I don't know what.
She
Wait,
has a
But Vanessa
tranquilizer,
needs-
guys.
yeah,
Wait,
that's what we need.
I have something to say. Nicole, actually. Nicole actually helped me a lot when we did that camp. And it was the first time I kind of like really met Nicole.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And it was like such an interesting experience because at that point, I was like developing like how to view people. And
Uh-huh.
Nicole told me something that like I've never, ever, ever forgotten in my life. Because there's this guy in the program that I was in, and he was really scary to me. I don't know why. Like he had the scary vibes. And I was talking to her about it, and she said, well, you shouldn't base what you think, like what he looks like, on how how he is. Like you should meet him and then decide if he's scary, or you should, because you never know what he's going through or what's going on with his life.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he just had a bad day. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that really helped me. So thank you, Nicole. I appreciate that. But yeah, I just wanted to say I think you're gonna do things. So
Thank you, Anna.
Yeah.
That's so
I love
cool.
Isn't it? Yeah. It's like those little things, those pockets of goodness that kind of help us along the way,
And
Yeah.
you never know who you're really affecting. And
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
guys, you guys you're some special people. And
In a good way, not the special
and
that she
not
calls
like the
me.
special,
Mhm.
like she's special,
Mhm.
but special. She's special in a completely different way. Yeah. So you guys are gonna do great. I'll tell you both, and Nicole's heard this from me 1,000 times, you're on your journey.
Yeah.
And your journey has a process, and respect the process. Whatever it is that you're going through, you have to go through it.
I like the
And just,
process.
yeah.
Yeah, love it.
Love embrace the process, respect it. I think
Mhm.
more so than loving it and embracing it, you have to respect it. This
Mhm.
is where I need to be. This is where I am
Mhm.
for a reason.
Mhm.
And just plow forward. And I'm so excited to see what happens next with both of you. We're gonna sign off.
Okay.
Because we're getting to Nicole's allotment of 50 minutes.
We're gonna try this
And
out.
we'll get in trouble if we go
Yes.
over 50 minutes, and
Yes.
we're scared of her.
Yes.
So-
So like, share, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. We are all on 3 different platforms now as far as our podcast, right? Apple, Google Play, Spotify.
And do you,
Um,
I know Nicole does, but Anna, do you have social media that you would want us to put on here?
If we do have it, we'll
Let
get
us
have it,
know.
but I don't know if you're gonna put that on there.
Well, I don't know if you have a-
I'm not really that interested in social media as of the
Okay.
moment. I'll probably, for business sakes, later down the road.
Mhm.
well, let us
Yeah.
know, and we'll put it in, and once you get that going, we'll put your links down below, Nicole.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, definitely comment below, guys. And if you need to search us under Appearance Truth.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, lovely people, for listening to me.
Yay! Thank you,
I
Anna,
love you. I
so
love all you
much.
people.
Nicole's so proud
thank
of us.
you.
Thank you, Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
She's so proud of us. Look at
All
us.
the people watching, I love you too. Have a
Aw.
great, stay healthy. Stay
Yeah,
healthy.
yes.
Yes.
Everyone stay healthy, because we're still
Stay
kind of in
healthy.
quarantine
healthy.
here. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. All right, you
Eat
guys.
well, drink water.
Thank you.